You mentioned a few times about brain trust. I read Ed Catmull's book, Creative Inc., a few years back, and that was something that I absolutely loved and took away from that book was the creative process and surrounding yourself with the right people to get that critical feedback. How important is it to have those kind of trustworthy sources that you can get critical feedback from versus everyone, which obviously is a bit destructive?
Well, it's crazy. So the term brain trust originally came from way back in the day when Andrew Stanton would get John Lasseter and Pete Docter and Lee Unkrich together. And when you hear it now, it sounds kind of pompous, and it didn't really start out that way. So we almost want to say it's like getting people together that can help you out. And I think we do two things here I will tell you about. I do think that the brain trust idea and having that group of colleagues that know how to look at something can sort of figure out what's working or not working and then offer solutions. Because a lot of people can pick something apart, but offering a solution path, that's when it's really helpful. Having that is invaluable and probably been the key to our success. Not every movie, is a home run, but we've had a good track record. And I think it's because of that. And I think it's because of the honesty and purity of that. And one of the reasons that that's possible is because everybody in that brain trust at one point or another is in the hot seat themselves. They're making a film and all of those colleagues are doing the same thing for them. So it has to be a room where everybody has to trust everybody's intentions to make the film the best. And that's how it's played out. It's very gratifying to watch and to see the stuff that comes out of it. It's not easy, and it's not like everybody comes in with the same note. So the filmmakers go away with this kind of spectrum of comments, and they try to figure out what's the right thing to fix my film? If you've seen 8 screenings of a film, it's possible you can kind of lose perspective. It's even possible you can become part of the problem. Right? What we try to do is also screen the film internally. Sometimes it's for these brain trust screenings, but we'll fill the theater, and it'll have people from finance or people from HR or people from legal or people from the cafe. And we have an online system that they can kind of give their notes. Some of it's multiple choice or rank, this kind of thing. And we don't use that to get granular notes on things. But, if you've got 3/4 of the viewers saying I didn't understand why that guy went into the room there. Some of the stuff that may be even a vestige of an earlier set of reels that's still hanging in there or whatever. You just get it's almost like a little audience preview. Everybody there's just seeing it for the first time. And so you kind of see some patterns of response there. It's not like the brain trust where you're coming in and tearing it apart and trying to find ways to fix stuff, but you can see some trends that you need to address, and that's helpful. So we do get the voices of many, but we use it in a different way. And to your original question, having that brain trust of these people that have spent now years and years and years looking at films and figuring out how to talk about it and analyze it and predict problems and so forth. We all watch movies and go that wasn't as good as I thought it could be, but having people that go, the problem was when you set this up in Act 1, it didn't pay off at the end of all the things that, I know you go through when you're dealing with the films and shows you're working on, but just having that sense of how's the 3-act show work and what's the character's arc and all of those things that you develop a vocabulary for and an ability to diagnose. And it's really the key to success here, I think.
That's great. I like that a lot.